Hello and welcome to another episode of Nolo Time. My name is Hobet Velez, and with me is the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's good? No load time. Obed, good to be with you, man. How are you doing?
Good to be here, sir. Doing well, man. It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
a couple of weeks, man. Yeah, we said it last time, but now it's catching up to us. Where it's like we're here, but we shouldn't be almost.
We need a vacation,
Yeah. It'll
but it's
come. It'll
okay.
come soon enough.
I will say though, as much as we joke about it, though, it's always refreshing when we actually do make it on the show because it's just this is the time where we can just hang out, talk, laugh,
Yeah.
just have bro
So it's a
time. Much
relaxation
needed.
time.
It really is, right? It's therapeutic. It's
Yeah.
an escapism.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we could not share the warm up icebreaker jokes before we cut. Yeah. Joel and I we kind of have a tradition, like we joke
Yes.
around
Yes.
before we start recording. Um,
Yes.
it just to just as an icebreaker, kind of like get in the mood almost. And yeah, I wish, but nah. I like this channel. I like you guys. I like my job.
I like my life.
I like my life. Yeah. So, man, but no,
Yeah.
it's all fun and games. Nothing.
Oh, for sure. No, no, no.
No.
Yeah.
Even when
Oh,
we're
yeah.
you know engaging in locker room talk.
Yeah,
We keep
we're
it sane.
gentlemen. We're gentlemen. We're
Yeah,
not
exactly. We
100%.
we keep it sane. Yeah, man, good to be here. It's been a busy week. Had stuff here breaking the house, had to fix it, and then yeah, weekend was crazy. Like it's been nonstop, and so
Sure.
I'm glad that, yeah, like you said, to have some time and hang out with you and with all of the viewers and listeners. So um, yeah, man. How about you, dude? I know it's been over, and you've been probably more overwhelmed than
Yeah.
I have, but yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been pretty busy. I think what helped me is I finally got through season 2 of Invincible.
Okay,
So you've noticed I'm keeping on a trend pretty quickly with
yeah,
this one.
that's good.
And I'm trying to now start hopefully in the next week here, season 3. And then when I finish that, I will be caught up. Because not only did I
Yeah,
do, I think I mentioned it on the show, not only did I do season 1, but I also did the Adam Eve special, and
right.
also got the season 2. So like I like really well have got through everything. There's plenty of other when I'm done with this, plenty of other shows that I want to make sure I get through and watch.
Yeah,
I know right now Last of Us is on there, so try and catch that. Although it's seems to be on par with the game for the most part, so it's
yeah.
a
That looks like
casual watch. But you know,
yeah. It seems like they're following somewhat close to the game. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I
And then
haven't. Yeah, I
obviously
haven't.
Andor is out now, so we'll
Right.
we'll talk about that in a
I was gonna
second. But
say, yeah, I was gonna say
yeah,
that, there's Last of Us, and then like I gotta catch up on Invincible, right? It's like
right.
I gotta do it before the summer, before the kids here, because that's my time
Yeah,
to watch
yeah,
Invincible. Is like the mornings when she's in school, and
totally.
like before, like the time, like I watch Invincible in the time that I have from when I take my kid to school, and that little block of time that I have between that and my commute to work.
Yeah.
That's when I fit Invincible in, and that's why
You got a
where I
cup of
watch.
coffee and
Exactly.
your
Yeah,
iPad, and that's it. Yeah,
that's exactly right, man.
yeah,
So watch that and The Boys and whatever those shows that are like that. I'll do that. Devil May Cry, very good. I finished that.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
did finish it. It was good. It was good. I
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. It's like it's not. It doesn't really follow the game. It's its own story. Basic, kind of like what the anime. There was a Devil May Cry anime that came out, I think, after DMC3. And that was okay. That was it wasn't. It was good, but it wasn't great. But
Yeah.
it does have some stuff that became canon on that anime. So it is part of the official canon somewhat. This one's completely different. This one's something else. It seems like they're doing like they're flipping a coin for the second season, and that's awesome. Like
Okay. Okay.
you got You got one face of the coin, then you gotta have to deal with the other side of the coin now. And I think that if they do that, that's pretty good. So keeping it different and fresh compared to the games. So that's cool. I enjoyed it. Finished Wukong. That was great. That is a good video game, sir.
Wow.
That is a good video game. It is tough. It's tough.
Okay.
Like it's not, you know, I didn't get to the point where if you die, so I learned this like very late. But if you die 1,000 times in the game, you get a move. You get a parry move that you can parry pretty much everything because you're having trouble beating the game.
They help you out. Is this
So they
is
give
this
you
the
an easy
chicken
mode.
hat?
Yeah,
Is
man.
this the chicken hat of Metal Gear?
Kind of like the chicken hat. Yeah, like the chicken hat in Metal Gear. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't get it. So I didn't get that. I didn't get that. I did beat like the what's supposed like the hardest boss in the game. Beat him, and then the
Yeah.
final boss was good. Was also tough. So that took me probably about 45 minutes of me strategizing and moving along, and doing stuff. Yeah, that is a good video game. Like I finished it and I still think about it. I was like,
Yeah.
that's I want to play it. I probably won't because I gotta move on. I got a backlog, and
Yeah.
so this weekend I'm going into Metaphor Refantasio, and that's probably gonna be like again. I haven't pre-ordered anything just because I have a backlog. I want to make sure that I take care of those games. And there's stuff that I want to go back to, man. There's just too much, right? It's like there's too many games and there's not enough time. So it's I don't want to say it's a good problem to have because I want to stay on top of things, right? I want to play Death Stranding 2. I want to play Metal Gear. I want to play Ghost of Yotei. We'll talk about that later on. But I'll do Metaphor. That's probably gonna be another a 100-hour time sink, Persona style, and and we'll have to move on from there. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's going. I'm excited. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Sir, have you looked at the Switch 2 stuff or not at all? Like the pre-orders and how that's going.
I have not kept up on the news on that. I just know that obviously, well, I've kept up on the news of obviously it going live today, and then the prices and those kind of things. But I haven't seen like any reports or anything. That
Okay.
I've been too busy to see, to be honest.
Yeah. So like Best Buy, I checked in the morning. It looks like whatever they were allotted is gone, at least for now. Amazon didn't put anything out there, as far as I know.
Really?
And yeah,
Not
and
on day one.
no, and GameStop was the one that was, excuse me, that was like, yeah, we got them, we're gonna do this, right? So GameStop was the one that was really out there with it. I heard that so Japan, they actually Nintendo put out a lottery system, so you had to get picked for a pre-order, and you have to be part,
Dang.
and you have to be like, you have to have at least a year membership of Nintendo Online for you to be able to get in the lottery and then get picked. And
The
that
loyalist first.
and that allocation went away instantly, sir. It's gone. So I'm not sure. Like I'm sure Best Buy later on is probably going to come out and put more consoles out there. The games are up,
Yeah.
but the consoles are gone. Two things real quick with that before we talk Andor here real quick. The I guess the report is that a lot of a lot of the Switch 2 games are downloads. So basically, you're buying a key with you put it on your Switch and you still have to download the game and
Right.
play it on your Switch, right? Um, I mean, it was inevitable. It was like, I know it sucks, right? I know but I, so here's the thing, right? I see a lot of people. It was very interesting to me to see a lot of people complaining, making videos about, hey, this is awful, when they're making the video in front of their $5,000 computer that they need internet to download games from Steam on. So, yeah, I get it. But also, guys, come on. It's like, I'm a PC gamer and I want to Switch and downloading games suck. Like, bro, you're a PC gamer. There's no physical games on PC. What are you talking about?
Right.
So I thought that was a very interesting disconnect from reality. Honestly, it's like
it's hypocritical a little bit.
Yeah, it's like how many physical games do you have on your Steam Deck? 0. Right. So it's whatever, right? Yeah, I get it, right? If you buy a game physically, you want the game to be in whatever media you're getting it on. Unfortunately, that's not the case anymore, right? All of these games come in incomplete. Like, you would install a game that's 50 gig install, you get a 20 gig download. It's where we're at, right? These games are so big that just media is. I know, right? As you're gonna say, well, you can buy like 128 gig SD cards. Why can't Nintendo put 128 gigs on a game card? Money, bro. It's like it's like that. It's if you don't like how media works, just don't buy the games physically. Just buy them digitally, right? And that's been a thing forever. So. Yeah, like you said, it's just a little bit hypocritical when it comes to that. But the other thing is that Nintendo released their updated pricing for accessories, and they slapped that tariff on that, sir. We talked about it. $5 extra for everything, on top of whatever. Yeah, on top of whatever it was, man. So what do you think is if this thing goes away, is Nintendo gonna roll back these prices, or are they gonna stay forever?
Yeah, no, they will. I think Nintendo. I think them being as clear as they are, saying like these economic impact of these things is why we're doing what we're doing. If you don't roll it back, it's gonna be really, really bad optics. I think most of the world would say that like there would be an adjustment based upon these specific decisions. So, under the assumption that things change, yeah, I 100% believe that they would have to do that from their side. I have no doubt in my mind. If I could eat my words, we could take this back, and then they just say, you know what, we're just keeping it as is. But I don't think Nintendo would do that personally. The fact that they even didn't raise the price of the console itself, it's only just really these accessories, games, etc. Like, those being the things that are being affected and not the console itself is telling me that they're trying to keep the consumer in mind. I like it.
Yeah. On one unfortunate end, Anbernic announced that they're not shipping more consoles to the US. It's like they said sign up for alerts, and when we get them on the warehouse, like if there's anything at the warehouse, that's what it is, and we're not gonna ship anything. And it's unfortunate because I think that the retro, I should say the affordable retro handhelds are getting a lot of ground because it's like you buy them and you don't need anything and you just play these games, right? And it's unfortunate, and also hit Retroid right in the face when they're releasing 2 new devices, and now they're like, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to get those devices until further notice. So, it stinks all around, right? We're not going to get into politics, but it is bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It stinks. And, we got to make do at this point, right? I
empathize with the consumer because I am the consumer.
There's
exactly. No way around it,
Right.
Yeah,
no, that's exactly right.
Be realistic for sure.
Yeah. So, it stinks, but we'll make it. This eventually is gonna be fine. So I'm sure.
100%. 100%.
Joel, Andrew, season 2. Um, you only watched the first episode.
Yeah.
I watched 2. First impressions of that on that first episode, sir. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was good. I'm not. My socks aren't blown off, and clearly, as you see, like I haven't gone. I've also been, as you know, just extremely busy.
Right.
So it's not that I don't want to go and watch, the next few, but um, I thought I picked up on a good pacing. And it's very on par with season one in that same way where I thought season one started off a little. I don't want to say like slow because they had strong
It
moments.
was a slow burn. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit that way, but like you have to stick with this because they're telling you these amazing stories and there's always a payoff. So
Hmm.
not bad. But I felt like it was taking its time, and I'm okay with that because I
Yeah.
suspect that it's the same trend as season one.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Episode 2 is the same.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's like we're back to like when I finished watching that second episode, it's like yeah, we're back to the slow burn kind of methodical storytelling. No, that said, episode 2 had some very interesting tidbits of things that happen that are like this is interesting, and makes you think. And they I'm not gonna spoil it, but it has moments. But again,
Okay.
they're taking their time at establishing this is what's happening. There's a lot behind a lot of the movements that the empire is making, and they're trying to explain it to you, like,
Yeah.
so later on you won't ask like why did this happen, right? So
It's
I
important. It's important.
appreciate it. So I appreciate that this show treats the audience with respect, where it's like
Mhm.
we're like, oh, like again, episode 9, best example. um it's like, oh, this happened, why? Don't, no, pay no attention to that, just keep going with the story, right?
Mhm.
um
Yeah.
but this show, like, it respects your intelligence, where it's like, yeah, like this is happening because the empire does this thing, and they're planning this thing. But uh, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because it's a solid show, a solid acting. Um, everyone, the casting is great, and they're taking their time to tell you the story, right? It's like, but it was like with season 1. It got to that point where it just took off and just didn't stop until the end. So I'm guessing that they're probably going to attempt to do something similar in this one. But I think that TIE fighter sequence in the hangar was pretty good. Like
For sure.
him
For
trying
sure.
to figure out how a TIE fighter works
Yeah.
and all that.
100%.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So that was good. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. It's a good show. So
Yeah. I like that Daredevil ends, and I jump right into my Star Wars fix. This is a good time, so bad. This is great.
it is, yeah. Yeah. So no, I'm looking forward to watching that third episode, and then watching the rest for sure. But sticking with Star Wars, sir, is Star Wars alive? Are there signs of life in Star
There,
Wars?
there, there's marketing signs of life. Marketing's good. Announcements are good. Buzz is good. Let's hope the content itself is good. I mean, Andor, we suspected was going to be good. We're still getting through. Like we just talked about, the season just coming out. We'll see how it ends. But word is that it's solid, right?
Yeah.
But now continuing on with all the news from Celebration, like there is several things we talked about a little bit last week while we were live. It just so happens that one of their main live action film panel was going on. So they had the Mandalorian Grogu stuff. They had the Ryan Gosling Star Wars Starfighter film being put out there. And then you also had the other films that your Ray film, your Taika Waititi film, and other ones that were teased as well. So uh, those were the things that's like you kind of already knew, but I think it was really the one specific one that between obviously the Ryan Gosling news, but I think really the the animated film was the one that really got people's attention. Or animated film, animated series, Mall.
Yeah.
That Mall series is the one that really I started getting messages, people saying, "Did you know this was coming? What is it? Um, sounds really cool, whatever." And
Yeah.
just to be clear, it's an animated series, so we're bringing back our good friend Sam. Sam's gonna be coming in doing his what we're doing is his project, coming back doing the voice. So great to see him back from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Filoni being involved in this again, of course.
Yeah,
But
I appreciate that they established at the end of
yeah,
Solo that there's a story to be told, and that they're
right,
going back to it. It's like
yeah.
I think, Joel, I think that this was supposed to be live action, and then they changed their mind. Yeah.
And I'm okay with them going animated. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you can never get live action
No,
with these
absolutely. Yeah.
worlds and these things. But let's just start walking before we run, because Disney Star Wars has tried to do a lot of things really quick, and then it just falls on its face, and then like you throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's like, well, maybe Maul's great. Like, don't let Maul
Yeah.
suffer because of your mistakes.
No, totally.
So
Yeah, yeah.
starting off like this is great. I've joked before, from a live action standpoint at least, I was like, I didn't ask for Andor. I didn't ask for Boba Fett. I didn't like. I would much rather have a Maul series. Well, I'm getting my Maul series. I'm just getting it in an animated form. Okay. I've joked about getting a General Grievous series. Like things that's like
Uh,
this, like super different. Like, it's okay doing an animation stuff like this because like there's like low risk involved. Like, if it's Maul's bad, that's okay. But live action is where Star Wars started. That's where there's a sensitive spot there. Like, they need to be a little safe.
yeah.
So obviously, like, your Mandalorian Grogu seems like a very safe film. That's what they need to be sticking to for live action. Don't take too much risk there just yet.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, that's good to see though. Like that was
Right.
an unexpected reveal, and it's good that the future of animation of the animation division at Lucasfilm was kind of like up in the air, right? It's like Clone Wars ended. They've done the Tales, but like they didn't. Bad Batch ended, so like we didn't know what the plan was after that. So now we know,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, I think this is a good move on their part. And if they're just gonna focus on Maul and give us that story that we were promised in Solo, basically, no, that's good. So yeah, I
Do you think the
appreciate it.
Ray Parks? Do you think the Ray Park stuff also threw off them making anything live action right now? Do you think that goes into it a little bit or no?
It could have.
Right?
It could have, yeah. Because
Can you do
I
it without Ray
appreciate
Park?
I appreciate that they were going for authenticity and try to keep him in, right? But
Yeah.
they could have put Sam Witwer on with makeup, and
Oh
he would
yeah.
have nailed it. So
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't have cared about that.
You just have to get a double to do the
Yeah, I
actual
mean you can
stuff.
get
'Cause I don't
stunt
think
double
Sam Witwer's gonna do. I'm sure he's a cool dude, but I don't think he's gonna be
flips
doing
and
backflips.
yeah, doing black bat flips
Yeah.
and going crazy with the lightsaber. So no, yeah, that part, yeah, sure. So cool. Visions is back. So finally,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm always excited for Star Wars Visions. This is probably one of the best things they've done since
Yeah.
Lucasfilms, since Disney bought Lucasfilm. It's this series of shorts, and coming back in October. This time, production IG and David Production are in. So, you get JoJo and Attack on Titan on top of the other studios that are going to be working on this. Joel, and they announced that they will finally give us a mini series on the Ninth Jedi. Finally, man.
Yes, we win.
It was
We
so
win.
good. It was
I was going through the comment section when that news dropped, and everyone's like, this should have been the movies. This should, like, everyone
Yeah.
says the same thing. They're like, why is this one episode of an anime thing was so good
yeah.
why is it that they could get the heart of Star Wars better than anything else they've done? Like, this is crazy.
Right, I said it on the show. It's like this should have been the sequel trilogy.
Really?
Yeah,
No, really
we
should
said
have.
it when it came out because he was like, "Bro, what? This is so good." So
good.
I'm very very excited for that. I'm very very excited for season 3 and watching the Ninth Jedi. There's another one too, right? So they're doing another one.
I only saw the Ninth
I
Jedi.
only saw the Ninth Jedi, but I heard that they're doing another one. But that's you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it, dude. This is an absolute win right here. So, it goes to show, right, that I mean we've been very vocal about Lucasfilm and its I guess lack of trajectory, and I think that there are ears on the ground out there at Lucasfilm. Like there's people paying attention to what fans are saying, what fans that have a platform like we do are saying. So yeah, it's great to finally see that they're taking fan feedback and done something good with it. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I still don't have my Star Wars poster back up. I'll put it back up when it
Gotta be
deserves
earned.
to be back up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I mean, we get Tales of the Underworld still coming also later this year.
Right.
Or is it next month?
May
so.
4th. Yeah. May 4th.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Is that so? How about if like after Tales of the Underworld, they do like Tales of like I don't know the Separatists, and then they do your General Grievous prequel, like why is he a cyborg, kind of thing.
I think they all in Clone Wars they had like that one episode that kind of like winked, but like
Yeah.
didn't tell you everything. Like, why not?
Why is
Why
the
not?
trade? Why is the Trade Federation doing a trade blockade?
Yeah, dude. I mean, why not?
taxes, right?
Why
Tariff.
not, dude? Like, this is George has all these ideas of things that he was doing then. That's like people are like, this is Star Wars, but like it all had to start somewhere.
Man,
And like it wasn't like they just pulled out their swords and just started
I
fighting for
want
no
to know
reason.
the prequel of Tales of the Separatists. It's like why did General Grievous became a cyborg, and why did the Trade Federation put tariffs on Naboo?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
Basically.
man.
It's an easy series to
It's
do.
an easy series to do, right?
I don't think it's hard, and it would add to the lore, and people want to go back to prequel times.
Right.
The fact that Hayden Christensen is there saying, "Yeah, I'm going to be in Ahsoka season 2." Spoilers, like we didn't know that he was going to be back.
Yeah.
Supposedly Ian McGregor may be back for that as well, and maybe even Natalie Portman, which would be crazy if the three of them are back on screen together in some capacity. It's possible.
Right. Yeah. Tell me more about the Techno Union. I want to know more about those guys. Those guys were interesting.
George's probably got papers sitting around somewhere of all these ideas.
Oh, with all the ideas. Yeah. And then Ahsoka season 2. Yeah, that was a big big part of the show. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I heard this correctly, Joel. Is Jimmy Smits recast as was Organa recast and Jimmy Smits is not coming back?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, let me look it up, dude.
For Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Really? That would be crazy if they did that. I mean, it must be a much younger version then or something.
Let's see. Hold on.
Dude was just back in Obi-Wan, like nothing happened.
Oh, it's on Andor.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. So Jimmy Smits is not gonna be back
That's
on.
fine.
Is not gonna be back on. Back to an
Mon
Andor.
recast.
Yeah,
It's fine.
because I guess it was scheduled in conflict and he couldn't make it back. So Benjamin Bratt is playing Bail Organa in Andor season
That's
2, which is unfortunate because I really like Jimmy Smits
Of
Organa.
course, of
So,
course.
you know, he's been there for a long time, and you know, he fans like him. So, you know,
Right.
he earned the fan love. So, no, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, man. Good stuff happening and stuff. Like, I've been browsing the internets for the last couple of weeks, and it seems like sentiment towards Star Wars have gotten much lighter recently. Like, it's not the hate and vitriol that we were seeing
Mm.
in the past, and that's great. Um, I think that as some of these fans grow out of their phase, they're going to start realizing it. That still doesn't make episode 9 good, but you know, people will watch it and they'll like it, and that's fine. You know,
Time goes on, people will give you another chance, but don't keep treading on those chances.
no, yeah,
Don't keep doing that.
yeah. You don't get like what happened with Hayden Christensen and and the turnaround with the fans, right? Um, I think that was there were signs of that back then. And I'm very very happy for him that fans came around and I was like, no, this was fine, you know.
A lot of them, though, let's face it, like they grew up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. They'll grow out of their phase.
They grew up.
Yeah.
I don't think if I asked a really younger Star Wars fan, not saying all of them, but I think in general, if I asked most of them, like, did you hate these movies? They might be indifferent towards, like, maybe that's the problem. I think with those, a lot of those, like, people were indifferent with like 7, 8, 9. More like episodes 1, 2, 3, like no, it's just people were mad about it. People really like it was an event. I feel like the same thing with 7, 8, 9. Like people grow up and they'll grow up and they'll be like, I liked this. This is
Right.
cool. What was wrong with this? This was like, and there's some that will be like, no, I get it. I see where like they made mistakes. They could
Yeah.
have done this. But they just need like Star Wars needs something strong. They need something that's like like at least Revenge of the Sith at least had like a reaction to it. I think that
Right.
movie helped the overall episodes 1 and 2 even be redeemed even more.
Yeah.
I feel like you never had that with 7, 8, 9.
It was
Like,
the opposite.
it got worse.
It was it was the opposite because the first one was a good one.
Right.
And then the middle one was the divisive one, which again, like Empire was divisive back when it came out.
100%.
So, and that's the case with The Last Jedi. I think The Last Jedi is a great movie. It's just not a great Star Wars movie. But as a film, right? As a piece of storytelling and it's well shot, you can't deny that the movie's well shot and things make sense. And it was going into that direction with like, oh, the Force can belong to anyone. You don't need to be related to any one of these guys to use the Force, and that was awesome, right? But then, fan backlash and problem is that they didn't know how to react to the fan backlash, and they made changes, and I mean, and then episode 9, I still say that the movie's fine. It's not a great movie.
Yeah, it's got issues.
It's an okay movie, right? It's not. I've seen way worse things out there. I've wasted my time with worse things than that movie. But the thing with episode 9 is that it's like it gives you the highest highs and the lowest lows. Like it's like there's some moments like Leia passing and Chewie and all that, right? And then the there are more of us, and there's all these moments, right, that are so cool. The voices and like the Jedi's of the past and whatnot. Like there's these moments, right, that gives you the highest highs when it comes to emotions in Star Wars. But then there's like awful storytelling and just stuff doesn't make sense. And I think that's where the movie falls apart. I was like, you can't hold on. You can't make this movie great just by giving us like emotional points throughout the movie, but then the story itself is just falling apart in pieces, and just trying to duct tape the story from falling apart with emotional moments. And
Right.
that's unfortunately what happened to that movie. But dude, I
Right.
was like,
Right.
I catch hate for the Last Jedi. I think the Last Jedi is a good movie, and I think that because the Last Jedi, dude, is like the Last Jedi is the only Star Wars movie that I've walked out of. I was like, holy crap, like what the heck? It's like, but it wasn't anger. It was a weird emotion. It was like
Mm.
it was a moment of realization. It's like this is
Mm.
not. It's a moment where you put your Switch cart in and it starts downloading instead of just being able to play your game, right?
Wow, that's a good parallel.
Yeah. So it's that moment. It's like, well, I guess we're getting rid of that, right? And we just gotta move
Mm.
forward. They did it, and
Mm.
you know, it's the moment when they announce Mario Kart at $80. It's like, well, there we go. There goes GTA at 100. It's like we'll go ahead and you know, I guess we'll have to deal with that. And that's what it is, right? It's, you know, not everyone processes the same way, but I'm fine. I'm
Well,
here.
no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think there's two things. There's two characters that will like probably age-ish well when people look back, and I think Ray, like, even though she's divisive, people like, I think it will age well because people just think I think the character is interesting, you know, on its own. And then I think on top of that, I think Kylo Ren, just I think in general, there's just like a fascination around that character, like missed opportunities, but just like he's interesting, and like the whole like giving
Right.
him like a unique lightsaber and stuff like that, like there's things around
Yeah.
that that's like that will stick out. Everything else, unfortunately, I feel like is just gonna kind of fall by the wayside.
Yeah, him
But
being a
like,
fanboy of his grandpa and all
yeah,
that, right? Like that, yeah. I
there's
mean,
interesting things
he
there.
was relatable. He was relatable because, like, you know, conflicted youth, like
Formative, yeah.
absent father and troubled family, and my grandpa was you know, a, s- a space conquered, of to not to use the other word, but it's like yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you know, it's yeah, man.
totally, totally.
He was an interesting character. It's just that
There's
I
things
did not
there.
appreciate how in the last in the final act of the movie he did not say anything. It's like, why are you not talking? It's weird. It
Very
was just
strange.
weird.
Very
It
strange.
was again. It was like the storytelling falls apart, and it's like, and then you don't realize it because you're giving me the emotional moment of like the Jedi's of old talking to Rey, and it's like, oh, this is cool. And Palpy getting his powers back, and I was like, I'll never the power to the sky and whatnot.
There's so
That's
much weird stuff that happens in that sequence,
right.
bro. It's
Yeah.
like then
Yeah.
like, oh, you're dying, and then we're just gonna start kissing each other, and then
Dude,
it's like, what is going on in this movie, bro? I don't know.
that ending
What-
sequence is wild because there's so
it
much
gets
stuff that
weird.
happens that doesn't
Yeah,
make sense. That it just it really
I don't know.
it really falls off the rails, right? And
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's what we got, right?
what is?
And well, you know, we just gotta move on, right? And yeah, Boba Fett wasn't great. We talk about it, like Boba Fett wasn't a particularly good show.
The
Mando,
acolyte verse. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, I even forgot about the acolytes. So I don't even count that. I mean, Mando again, ups and downs. Like it was has really good moments, but then there's the Lizzo episode and whatnot. So it goes up and down. So,
Hmm.
but you know, it seems like they like after all this time they found some footing, and hopefully we can move into a good direction with Star Wars. So
They have their heading.
yeah, we'll see. Um, sir, the themes for PS5 are back.
Thank
Talk about
goodness.
listening to your fans.
Don't ever take it away, guys.
Don't ever
Let that
take it
be
away.
permanent if you want. What? It can't be that hard, right?
Guys,
Just leave
come
it.
on. Yeah, yeah. I was like, it's the weirdest thing that I have. And I was talking to my daughter about this, right? Because I don't know, I don't think you can see it, but the PS1 um that I have, it's back here on the shelf. It's on the top. It's sideways. Um, and I unplugged it from the CRT because you know I had the I got the Saturn. It's like, well, the Saturn's the one that's going to the CRT because that's the one that I have the fondness for, from from when I was a teenager. So, um, but the PS1 is up there because that like I don't have that nostalgia attachment to the PS1.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but arguably that PS1 intro, like boot up sequence, is the best boot up sequence of any console ever. And you know, I'll give him that. So like I don't have any nostalgia for the PS1. Like I got a PS2 and then played some PS1 games on it, but arguably like that PS1 boot up sequence is the best boot up ever. So that's yeah, I'm happy that it's back. It's great. Listen to the fans. You know, give
For
us
sure.
more. give us
For sure.
give
Oh,
us
for
more of
sure.
that. So and again, positives, right? Because it shows that they are listening to what people want. So you know, Sony's going through a transformative period here, and I think gaming as a whole, like every few years, it goes through a process. I think that it started, um, and we'll get there. It's gonna keep changing. It's gonna keep changing. You guys don't like change, but it's gonna keep changing. Again,
Right.
you know, my advice to you, if you've missed the old days and you still have your console from when you were a kid, take care of it, right? Recap it or get a new power supply. Good, like maintain it just so you can keep it going, right? And if you're remotely interested in like retro gaming, you don't have to get a CRT. You don't have to go too crazy, but get a console, commit to it, get the best games for it, and get a decent, HDMI scaler so you can play it on a modern TV. That's all the
Yeah.
advice I have. If you don't got like modern gaming, that's as someone that was in the trenches back in the console wars, that's my best advice to you. So, and there's plenty of options when it comes to modifying classic and retro consoles and getting. You don't have to spend thousands in games. So, speaking of spending money on consoles, sir, now you don't have to spend money on an Xbox to play the excellent Forza Horizon 5. It is now available on PS5 to rave reviews and to rave performance reviews. So, yeah, they straight up said that, yeah, no, the PS5 Pro is the best place to play this game. And it's great. So, yeah, I'm excited that the game's out. Um, Racing games are not necessarily my thing.
Yeah.
I will play a racing game here and there, and I enjoy them, but I know that this game is really really good. I mean, this game when it came out on Xbox was like a game of the year contender. It was probably the best game on the platform when it came out. So, um, yeah, it's there. What do you think, Sarah, about this new this new era that we're going through with Xbox putting their games on PlayStation?
It's like the writing was on the wall. Come on, guys. Like this was, a day that we knew was coming, and I know many Xbox fans, boys, dreaded it, but I feel like finals dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. This is just absolutely what was going to happen for the trajectory that Microsoft found themselves on with a lack of exclusivity. And so the ones that are exclusive no longer, like that's it. Like Forza was like a big exclusive piece for those that were big in the Xbox community. And so it's not saying that your console's bad. I think Xbox, in my opinion, from a console standpoint, specifically the Series X, it's the best one on the market. It's just the games we always talk about. It's just the games, the exclusivity issue. But look, now this coming to PlayStation, it's great for the game itself. It's great for the experience for other people to try it out. I would love to get my hands on a Pro and play this. I think it would probably be a great time. I mean, a well-developed game, very well received, and I'm sure now the PlayStation community is having a great time now that they can finally play it after years of exclusivity.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great thing. And now that with rumors that the next Xbox will be compatible with Steam, I don't know where they're going to go with that, but I'm sure that if Steam is planning a move like that, I'm sure that a move to PlayStation is not far behind, since PlayStation and Steam have had a decent relationship in the last few years. So
I agree.
yeah. Joel, do you see that game that was on a showcase a couple of months ago, not too long ago actually? That Claire Obscure Expedition 33 came out, and it's got like hundreds. It's supposed to be like really
No.
really good. Yeah, so it's a turn-based RPG, and yeah, it looks like the game is really really good. Like I heard the
Wow.
story's really good and the gameplay is great. So that's an unexpected contender, but that should be the game seems like right up my alley, but I don't know. I'm about to jump into a turn-based RPG here. I don't know. I don't know if I want another one this year, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe next year. Um, and yeah, last bit of news that I have here is Ghost of Yote. They finally announced, which I sort of last week alluded to. It's like, oh, we haven't heard anything about this game. It may get pushed to next year. Well, October 2nd is the release date as of now. I don't. Again, these things may change. Sucker Punch is a very capable studio, so I don't foresee this game getting delayed. They put out a new trailer out there. Looks incredible. Ghost of Yote, October 2nd, Cert. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, great to see that we've got a date for this. I think October 2nd is a good time. You're gonna be a little after, most likely. I'm assuming after your great GTA. I think GTA will probably be like September is what I'm assuming, but we'll
Mm.
see. We'll see. Time will tell. We don't have an official date, but I feel like you can't. The whole industry can't wait for that one to put the flag down.
Like,
Like they've
yeah.
gotta they've gotta make sure they start putting their games out in general before the end of the year. So I'm okay with this.
I don't think GTA is coming in October. If they're willing to release the game in October, that means that either GTA is coming out like at least 60 days before or a month later. So
Okay.
maybe GTA is gonna be like first week in November.
Wow,
More,
holiday release.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
That'd be a
they
huge
could,
launch.
yeah. I mean,
Wow.
that game's gonna this game's gonna make so much money. I mean, even
I
better
know.
after spending like $2 billion on
Oh, for
making it.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm. This is the one of those games that I will um I will more than likely pre-order, but like I said, I kind of taking a step back and not trying to go too crazy with the pre-orders, because it's like
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have it in the shelf for a bit and then not play it and whatnot. I want to enjoy what I get. Like I don't want to
For
buy
sure.
games and have it in the shelf and not use them. Like I want to really like enjoy what I purchase. So, but I'm looking forward to it because Ghost of Tsushima was like top tier S rank game. It was so good. So
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
I am very very much excited for this thing. But I was gonna ask you, did Indiana Jones ever come out on PS5?
Almost certain it did.
I think so, right? Let's see.
Let's fact check this. Um, let's see. Indiana Jones and the Great
Yeah,
Circle.
it's at yeah, it's everywhere.
It sure did. December 9th, 2024.
Well, that's for Xbox, but the PS5 version was supposed to
Platforms,
come out.
PS5.
Yeah, PS5 was supposed to come out this
It's a
week.
little bit later.
Uh, oh yeah, that came out. It's on Amazon. Like you're gonna order it and get it
This was
tomorrow.
like 5 days ago or so. No,
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like that. I think. Okay. All right, just
You
making
gonna give it a
sure.
try?
I heard great things about it.
You might give it a try eventually.
I may give it a try. This could be a Black
Yeah.
Friday game, like because I'm sure that we'll
It's on
probably
sale. Yeah.
yeah, it's probably gonna be on sale and you get a good deal on it. So
Probably.
yeah, wow man, it's A lot of stuff happening. A lot of good
For
stuff.
sure.
Not enough time. But yeah, man, I'm playing catch up at this point. I gotta catch up to Invincible, and there's more stuff that I want to watch. So it's it's tough. Like
We'll get
it's
there.
tough watching. Especially when summer comes in. Kids in the house. I won't be able to watch any grown up stuff, so I gotta wait it out. So I gotta finish Invincible before school's out, which it gives me like a month and a half. I got about a month, so
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
about a month to watch 6 episodes of Invincible. I'll get there. Yeah, I mean that's what we got. Nothing too crazy this week. Next week, more than likely, we'll be back on Friday. If anything changes, we'll make sure to let you guys know. And as always, if there's not much going on, expect either Marvel Rivals or Ninja Turtles or something. But we'll be online playing a video game at some point in the near future. Sir, in the meantime, where can people find us?
Good people of No Load Time, thank you for staying with us. We want you to stay tuned, stay subscribed. We're on podcast platforms of your choice, places like SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon Music. Find us, subscribe to us. We'd appreciate it. You can also make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube channel, which is our video version on YouTube, No Load Time. Find us, subscribe to us, like the videos, drop a comment. All the stuff the YouTubers say helps us out. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you're watching video version, you'll see all of our social handles down below at No Load Time, at No Load Time. Find us all across social media and make sure you follow us. Additionally, you can support our show financially if you have the means to. We're on patreon.com/no load time, patreon.com/no load time. As low as $1 a month, you can support our show. Shout out to producer Tony. And any of you guys that want to be a supporter of the show, again, you can do that on patreon.com/no load time. As low as $1 a month. Always helps us out. And last but not least, if you have a question, comment, or feedback, you can email us noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. And possibly what you even send in, we'll talk about in a future episode. Thank you all so much for sticking with us, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you guys. Stay safe. We will see you again next time.